This literally may be the most depressing win, especially against the Cowboys, that I've ever witnessed. So everybody ain't doing Dingbat here. So today we come with the big ass story. Dallas still stinks. Everybody doing Dingbat here, and welcome to the Victory Celebration Room, better known as my garage, where we come out to smoke a stogie after the Eagles win. Now, we can't smoke in the house, we can't smoke in my room, because if we do, the wife will double moonwalk my ass. So we have to come out here, and we have to smoke a stogie, even with loud noise all over the place. It's crazy. It is crazy. And I know you're saying, why don't you paint the walls? Why don't you do something with the walls? Well, guess what? Mark Holmes, it drives him crazy to keep this unpainted. He wants to fly out here and paint it. So we keep it up just to annoy him. Now, we got to smoke a stogie today after a, very, very depressing win. What the hell is that noise? You know, you never know what you're going to get out here. They always wait till I come outside to smoke a stogie to make noise. Every time. Now, we got to light this bad boy up. And this game was a hard game to watch. I went back and I watched it. And I'll tell you this. The one person that I want to dedicate this stogie to is TJ Edwards. TJ Edwards and Travis Fulgham. Both guys I thought had a really, really good game. TJ Edwards made a big difference at the linebacking position for us than we've had with Nate Gary and other guys. So with that said, I want to light this bad boy up. I want to light this up before this guy blows his house up, whatever the hell he's doing over there. Okay, damn. Tastes so good when it touches your lips. And I know yesterday was a hard game. It was a hard game to watch. It was a hard game for me to go back and watch some of, which I did last night. I've never felt more unsatisfied with a win than I felt last night, especially against the Cowboys. On one hand, I'm happy. I'm happy because I had a lot of bets with Cowboy fans like Mark Holmes, Mike Where's Fitness, where I needed to win this game, where I was in big trouble. So I'm glad on that front that I got the win. But when you watch this game back and you watch this team, it's brutal. It's brutal. I have a lot to say because there's a lot going on, and it's just mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling that we're in this position yet again with this team. It's crazy, But that said, I'll still smoke a nice stogie to chill out, to kind of relax, and to have a good time, I guess. I don't know, but I gotta say this. I went back and watched this game yesterday, right? I went back late last night, watched this game, and the first thing that stands out to me is how bad Carson was. I just gotta tell you, everybody knows I am the biggest Carson fan. I am a biggest Carson fan, but I can't make excuses for the bad play. It was bad. He was really bad yesterday, and we'll get into it. It's not all his fault, but man, there are just things that he still does after 5 years that you can't do. Remember early in the game where he was rolling out, he had time, and then he's waiting, and he had the Cowboy defender coming. All he had to do is throw it away. He held on to it, holds on to it, winds up taking a hit, and then fumbling the ball. I mean, you can't do that after 5 years. It's just crazy. And there are guys who are open that he misses, that you really miss, like during the live stream. I always say this, during the live stream, it's like I'm watching the camera, watching the game, watching the camera, watching the game, and you miss a lot of things. And there was one of those fourth downs where they went for it. He had guys open, and he just wouldn't pull the trigger. I don't know if he doesn't see them. I don't know if he's just waiting for something bigger to come along, but he just holds the ball way too long. Carson is struggling. He is struggling right now. Now, I'm going to say this. I still think he's our quarterback. I still think you have to stick with him. I'm not pulling him for Jalen Hurts. I'm not going to do that. I am going to let him struggle. I am going to let him work through it. That's the only thing I can do. I have to hope that he can work through this and get better. But you have to wonder, after 5 years, is this guy ever going to learn how to throw the ball away? Probably not. But, he's got to work through it. You're paying him too much money. You have too big of a contract with him to not let him play it out. You got to let him play it out. That's what I would do. What are you looking at, dude? What are you looking at? The other day I go trick-or-treat, right? Took my kids out trick-or-treating. Now, there's probably only like 25% of the people trick-or-treating, right, than what normally is there. And so we're trick-or-treating. And of course, I come to the lady's house, the HOA lady, right? The lady that wears 2 masks and goes around with her little notepad and her little dog writing people up for violations on their house. Their house painted, you got the screen door, whatever it is, okay? And this lady, she's drives me crazy. Me and her always fight. So I go by her house, and I tell my kids, we ain't trick-or-treating over there. We ain't going to her house, okay? And so we keep walking, we get close to her house. And of course, on her porch, it's all black with a giant sign that says, "No treats this year!" Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And I'm saying, only a woman like that would put a sign like that. It was like a nasty sign for all the kids to see. This woman's nasty. These are the people that I deal with over here. They're nuts. They're nuts. Anyways, I don't know why I'm saying it, but just crazy neighborhood, I might be gone here. I might be moving out of this house by like February. So I'm kind of glad about that. A couple more years in California, then I'm out of here. But neighborhood's crazy, man. It's crazy. I got my Christmas stuff all over there. I'm getting ready to put it up. It's going to be fun. Now, what was I saying about Carson? Yeah, he wasn't good last night. I mean, there's no way around it. He's struggling. He's been bad this year, and I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. I thought early on in the year he was injured, a little too fat, but then I thought he was coming out of it. And you watch a game like in the Giants game in the fourth quarter where he comes up big, and you're like, okay, he's coming out of it. Then he goes right into this game, and he's horrible. He's horrible, and I don't know if it's because he's taking too many hits. I don't know what it is. But he wasn't good last night. Now, when I say that doesn't mean I hate Carson Wentz. That doesn't mean I'm giving up on Carson Wentz. That doesn't mean I want to bench him. I'm not there yet. But I can admit to you that it was a bad game. It was a bad game, okay? Then the other problem that we have is Doug Pederson. Doug Pederson is a major, major problem. And to me, it's a major problem with him and Carson Wentz, because there's a lot of argument between Eagle fans, especially like on my live stream yesterday. People were arguing, is it Carson Wentz's fault? Is it Doug? Who's the main problem? And I think they go hand in hand. It's just which one comes first. Because in my thinking, okay, I think that Doug's play callings are so bad, and they're so they stink, that Carson doesn't believe in the calls that are being played, the plays that are being called. He also maybe doesn't trust some of the things there, and that leads to him pressing. That leads to him trying to play hero ball and do too much, and it leads to bad situations. Doug's offense does not help Carson Wentz. What I would want from my coach in a situation where you have a quarterback struggling is I would like to go to that quarterback and say, all right, what are the things that you do good? What are things that are working for you? And try to do more of those things. They don't really do it. Do you notice that once the Eagles go up-tempo, and Carson can just hurry things up and get going, they move the ball. And he does a way better job. It's when he has these plans, especially early in the game, that they just kill us. I mean, there was a play, I think it was like the third play of the game, right? They ran the ball. I think they ran the ball once, maybe twice. And it was a 2nd and 19. We got a first down, then we had a penalty. So it was 2nd and 19. Doug goes and they run a play action fake on 2nd and 19. Play action fake. Nobody bites on the play action fake. They just they just give the defensive line an extra second to get to the quarterback. Things like that, I thought the play calling where it was 4th and 2, then it was a 4th and 3. Now, I think it was the 4th and 3, Carson had people open, he just didn't throw. But even though that happened, in those positions, in my opinion, you have to punt the ball. You have to punt the ball and pin Dallas back because you don't want to give them half a field, okay? And this quarterback, DiNucci, could not move the ball. He couldn't move the ball pretty much the whole game. So why would you go for it on 4th down when then all he needs is like 1 first down and they're in field goal range? And this kicker's booting 59-yard field goals. 59-yard field goals, yet Carson throws a bomb and the wind takes the ball. It's just brutal. It's brutal. I think we have Carson, he's been a problem on offense. Doug Pederson, he is a problem with this whole offense. You need an offensive coordinator. I think Doug Pederson is a good head coach. Head coach when he can basically just be the guy who is telling people where to go, where to be, that kind of thing, what to do. But he needs an offensive coordinator. He needs somebody who installs the plays, somebody that comes up with the plays, somebody that gets all the plays on a sheet ready for him to call during the game. He needs that. And the proof of that is when you listen to Doug talk about the 2-point conversion plays. A couple weeks ago, they asked Doug, why did you keep running Jalen Hurts down, during the 2-point conversion? And he's like, well, we were out of plays. I only had 4 plays for my 2-point conversions. So he's got a chart, and under his chart, he's got 2-point conversion, and he writes all the plays down. Once he's out of those plays, he doesn't know what to do. He can't just say, hey, I'll just go to my playbook. No, he doesn't know what to do. He keeps calling the same thing. They did it again last night with the 2-point conversion. What are you doing, though? It's crazy. I guess what I'm saying is I don't care. You can say it's Carson's fault first, then Doug. You can say it's Doug's fault first, then Carson. To me, it doesn't matter. They're both bad. They're both bad, and they're tied together. They're both bad. And now we have a bye week, and we got some time off. I wonder, can they make any adjustments? Because what I see from this offense is they do the same things every week. They try the same things every week. And when they get desperate and they have nothing left, they put in Jalen Hurts for a few plays. Now, he threw 1 pass. It's great. Nice pass. But he's not ready to be the quarterback of this team. Okay, let's just face it. You have to let Carson ride this out. And he's either going to come out of this or he's going to crash and burn. Either way, you have to let him ride it out. I hope he could figure it out, But it didn't feel like a great victory for us, even though we're in first place and things like that, because we should have killed this team. We should have been able to score 30 points against this team. No question about it, So we're going to see. Everybody knows Carson is a problem right now. Everybody knows Doug Pederson is a major problem right now. And we're going to have to see if we can figure out. Can we? I don't know. They're going to have to make some serious adjustments during the bye week. Will they? I'm not counting on it, okay? The other thing is I want to say is I want to give some credit to some guys that were really good that I think are really good players. TJ Edwards was all over the field. He made that big fumble against Chef Ben DiNucci. That was huge. That was huge for us. We needed that fumble. That pretty much won the game. I thought Vinny Curry had possession and they should have called the play dead. We got away with that. I'll take it. But seriously, though, TJ Edwards is turning out to be a good linebacker. He's a good linebacker, and it's good to have him back because the rest of our linebackers aren't that good. And I would get TJ Edwards. I would let Sean Bradley and Davion Taylor play. Alex Singleton, he's all right, but I would rather have somebody else out there, especially Davion Taylor and Sean Bradley. Let them play. But TJ Edwards was fantastic. Travis Fulgham continues to show he is the real deal. TF-13, that's what we call him. TF-13, because he's like a Terminator, you know what I mean? The guy's awesome. I love Travis Fulgham. I think he's a real deal. Eagles better sign him long term. They can't let this guy go. His contract's up after the end of this year. You got to sign him. And then, on top of that, you have to start using this guy early and often a lot more. He is your number one receiver. He is absolutely your number one receiver. Jalen Reagor, it was his first game back. I thought he was all right. I mean, there was nothing special. It would have been nice to see the Eagles dial up a play for him, right? I mean, there were a couple times where you look, Diggs is playing press corner on him. He is way up there on Rager. The safety is not helping out. The safety is up, and you have one-on-one there. You got to send him along. You got to take advantage of that. Doug never tried to do anything like that with Rager. Do you notice the only time the Eagles throw deep is Hightower? It's like Hightower is the only guy that can go deep. I mean, you got to use Rager deep. He's supposed to be faster. So I think that you got to use Rager better. Goddard, he made one catch. He was a little bit non-existent. But look, I'm gonna give Rager and Goddard time. It was the first game back from injury. We don't even know how fully healthy they were, if they were just trying to go. So I give them time. I think they'll be fine. But I think Doug needs a better offense. You got to draw up better plays. You got to be more creative. It's very easy to know what the Eagles are going to do the way they line up. They do the same thing every week. They don't adjust. And this could be part of the problem that Carson's having too, is that the defenses already know what you're doing. They know what you're doing, and you're not giving him anything new. I would love to see a situation where the Eagles are in 2nd and 1, right? And they're in 2nd and 1. Carson play action, bootlegs, goes long, takes a shot downfield. They don't do it. 2nd and 1, you know the Eagles are going to run for the first down. They do that all the time. They don't. There's no trying to throw this defense off. It's very vanilla offense. It's almost very high schoolish offense, in my opinion. And I can't be super excited about the win because of the way we won and how bad we played. I can't be. But at the same time, I'm glad we won because we beat Dallas. We're in first place. And hopefully with this bye week, we have a chance to turn this thing around. That's what I'm hoping. My great hope lies in, 1, that the Eagles are going to take this bye week and get healthy. 2, the Eagles are going to take this bye week and go back and make some real adjustments to this offense. And 3, they're going to get Carson Wentz and figure out what the hell's going on and start turning this thing around, start changing things. That's what I'm hoping that they're going to do, you know? What's going on? It's stuck to my lip. My lips are getting too dry. All the allergies are bothering the hell out of me right here. I'm dying over here. I'm dying. I need some eggnog. Yeah, all I can say is, yeah, we won. We beat Dallas. We should have beat them by more. We should have scored. We should have been able to move the ball on them. And it's worrisome. Now, we have the trade deadline tomorrow. I don't know what's going to happen. If I had to guess, I don't think the Eagles are going to be buyers. I don't even know if they're going to be sellers. I really don't know what to expect. It would be nice if they could get rid of some of these older guys. You know what I mean? The other thing I want to say is, I say this every week, but Corey Clement cannot play. You have to bring Elijah Holyfield or go out and maybe bring Marshawn Lynch back for the rest of the year or something. But you need another running back. When Miles Sanders comes back, Boston Scott I thought was decent last night, but you need another running back. I would like to see Elijah Holyfield get a shot, but is it going to happen? I don't know. I mean, look, we won, and a win is a win, I guess, but it's not a win. You know, I'm not super excited because I'm like, man, we could barely beat Dallas. That's not good. That's not good. What's it going to take to get this team going? What's it going to take to get this team playing well? That's the question, and I hope that this bye week could show us something. And I think Doug Pederson, he's got to go make adjustments. And if he can't make adjustments out of this bye week, then our suspicions are right. He can't be calling the plays anymore. You have to get an offensive coordinator. You just have to. That's how I feel about the game. That is what I think. I mean, we're going to see. We take the win. We move on. And hopefully the future is going to be better than the past. And we get this thing going. That's my hope. We're in first place. And there's no reason why we shouldn't win this division. We are in first place, and we haven't even played good yet this year. Imagine if we can start to play good. But you got to work some things out with Carson, with Doug, with all that. With that said, I'm going to let you guys go. I will be back streaming the Giants game tonight. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. With that said, take care. Talk to you later. and don't be a dingbat.